want to do is let this sit for about 30 minutes and forget about it. And that's going to set. Now I'm going to taste both batches that I put together to see if I like it. Yum. It is fantastic. It's pungent. It's a little spicy. It's so fresh tasting. The parsley really comes through. And if you're using cilantro, it's gonna come through too. The onions are nice and mild. The cayenne's not overpowering. And the cumin is the star ingredient here, the star spice. Okay, I'm gonna put this to the side. We're gonna let it rest for a little bit. And we're gonna come back and we're gonna make tahini sauce. We call it tarator. And if we're using any herbs with it, if you're using parsley, then it's called baqdunis bitarator. No, it's called baqdunis bitahini. And then if you're using cilantro, it's called kizbra ma tahini. Okay. Tarator. What a fantastic, delicious sauce this is. This is not only good for falafels, it's really good with fish, especially when it's fried. I love to indulge in fried food once in a blue moon. I'll allow myself. And one really nice memory I have from living in Lebanon with my family, during the summer we lived on the beach and we did a lot of fishing. And my mom would grill or fry or bake fish a lot of times, and one thing that always was on the table when we had fish was tarator. Tarator also is really good as a salad dressing. It will kind of remind you of a goddess dressing, but fresher. And it has a little more of a stronger taste to it because it's really the flavors that are really gonna come through. It's not only gonna be the tahini, but the lemon juice and garlic. Okay, and if you're gonna use this for a salad dressing, I suggest you use more water than lemon juice just to dilute it a little more into a consistency of a salad dressing. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, and you can do this in any order, I'm gonna squeeze my lemon and I'm gonna roll it underneath my palm, between my palm and the cutting board, so I can release all the juice that's in the lemon. That way when I go to squeeze it, it's not gonna hold back on me. I like to pick my lemons how I feel them. A lot of stores will have really hard lemons. They pick them very early when they're not so mature. Pick them to the touch of your hand. If they're soft, you really want them. I know I got lemon for the juice, not really so much for the garnish. If I'm using it just as a garnish, then I'm not gonna worry about how juicy it is. But in Lebanese cuisine, Middle Eastern cuisine, or North African cuisine, Mediterranean period, you're gonna use a lot of lemons. For this, I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze 2 lemons, and then I'm gonna adjust it to my taste. Okay, these 2 are juicy, and if I don't, whatever I have left over of the juice, I put it in a little bottle that I've recycled, and I always have fresh lemon juice on hand. I mean, you can see just by rolling it how soft it's getting. Let's roll another one just to show you. See? See? Look at that, what a difference. Now it's ready to give you all the juice you want. It's exploding with juice already just by the cut. Look at that. Alright? This lemon juicer and this garlic pounder, I never leave home without it. Anywhere I go, I take it with me. Those are my tools. And those tools are very essential to have for me. I'm gonna put my lemon juice to the side. I'm gonna start pounding my garlic. I'm gonna start with about 3 and a small clove here. I got my salt. And you want to make sure you have a nice hard surface when you're doing this. Traditionally, women in Lebanon squat on the floor and pound. Every floor in Lebanon is pretty much tile or concrete, so you have that surface that's hard, that's going to give you an advantage when you're pounding your garlic as opposed to a soft surface. But I'm not going to do that today. I already have it right here. At first, I just give each one a good pound. That way they won't go flying outside of my bowl. Once they're pretty much broken down, then I go to town. And I'm gonna give it a good swirl just to get all my garlic that's escaped to the side back in the center. Look how juicy that is. It's releasing everything and it's holding on to it so you can put it in your dish. I use this for everything, for salad dressings, for any kind of dish I'm using garlic. I go ahead and pound my garlic. Okay, I think I got it. I'm gonna transfer this garlic in here, that way it'll be easier to just add in the dish. I'm gonna clean my mortar and pestle. I'm gonna use every bits and pieces I can. Come on, guys. Don't run away from me. Fabulous. Now I'm gonna get my mixing bowl so I can start on the sauce. Since we're using parsley in the falafels, we're gonna use a little parsley in the tarator, and we're gonna change it from a tarator to baqdounis b'tahina. And this adds a nice little kick to it too. Just a little more flavor. I have two here that I've cleaned. I'm just gonna use a little bit, about a quarter of a bunch. Oh, you can come with me too. And I'm gonna put this back in. Now, this, I'm a little bit more particular than I was with my falafel mixes. I line up every stem together. I don't like these because they're a little too yellow. I'm just gonna take them away. And I'm gonna start chopping them. Okay? And what that gives you is just the parsley and no stems. When you're making tabbouleh, you wanna do the same process as you're doing here. Take all the yellows out and use the nice green and line up every stem together. Once you do this, I've been doing this since I was 4 or 5 years old. You kind of get the hang of it and you move faster. But at first, it will take some time. Your eye will pick it out, your fingers will pick it out. Okay, we're almost done, and you don't want to go too big when you first get started with this. Let's just stop here. I'm going to use these guys, and I'm going to move this over here. Kind of give it a little twist, and you want to put it all under your palm here. Careful to tuck your fingers in. And I'm only going to do this once. I'm going to be very careful because going over your herb more than once will bruise it. And I want